Well, we're working through World Vision, and basically it was a competition with other schools, and basically our plan, since it was chosen, World Vision will work on implementing it with people who work in Ethiopia, and it'll help with helping from the Ethiopian government. And
I love it. So that's great. Now we are filming, so speak up when I'm talking. Well, I'm already speaking up.
And Elyssa, why don't you explain what the plan is here?
Yeah.
Basically, the overarching plan is that obviously we've already introduced that it's going to be a community garden. It is going to be held. We are planning on actually now changing the course, and instead of having one large garden, we are going to have multiple little gardens over the course of Ethiopia.
Let me give you these mics so you can pass it around.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, working?
It's ready.
Is it okay?
You can hear it. It's going into the.
Okay, so our overall plan is to create a community garden. We're going to have around 10 kids to start. It's going to be a much smaller garden as we gain funds and gain income through the production of seeds and crops. We are going to continue to grow the garden and expand it to more youth as we go. However, we are focusing on a tight-knit and small group to begin with to ensure maximum help and recovery process.
I love it. That's wonderful. Does anybody want to add to that?
Yeah, McKenna, talk about the people structure that, like, with the sociologists and stuff like that make it so it's going to work, basically.
Okay, so gardening has a pretty strong effect on the human mind. It releases endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, basically everything that will help you come off a drug in times when you're about to relapse. So if they're working on the garden when they're coming off the drug, hopefully it'll help them not relapse and make more progress than they would otherwise.
I love that because I often, think about when I want to relax, going out and fixing the garden or my backyard. So that makes total sense. You want to add something?
Oh, yes. So I was going to add, like Mr. Fogo said, about the structure of the overall garden is that we're going to become self-sustaining in multiple ways, besides being able to grow our own food from our own seeds, so we never have to spend money on more new seeds unless needed. We are also going to have a structure that allows for these kids to grow up with this knowledge of drug abuse and be able to pass it on to others as they can become mentors in the garden themselves and start working there.
Right, because education is everything, right? Yeah. So, go ahead.
To add on to the education, a lot of these kids don't go to school, not only because they're doing drugs and going through substances. They're not in a financially stable home. They don't have any income of food. They grow what they eat. And so this garden will allow them to not only grow and bring food to the table and make them proud of themselves, that sense of pride and achievement, but it'll also get them to have the energy to go to school, to learn, and to further themselves as people.
I'm so impressed. Do you want to add anything to that?
One of the really neat parts about it is they're actually going to sell their vegetables. So a kid that's trying to not become involved in drugs or coming off drug abuse will get a section of the garden, and everything they grow, they could either take home or they could sell it in the market. But they're not going to disrupt the market by overpricing it or selling it themselves. They want to sell it into the market to help employ other people. And so they're hoping that the food that's produced is healthy, high nutrient, and then also sellable in the local area. So they're making a little money for themselves. They're sustaining the garden, and they're helping to feed their own family. We do think that the pride involved with doing that and being a part of helping their own family is going to help kind of make this exist over a long period of time.
And you all got a grant. You won a grant to do this. Let's talk about that a little bit. Look at the camera and tell folks out there how that all came about, and go ahead and tell everybody out there about the grant.
Basically, the grant, so this all came about through the whole concept of the challenge is that we're going to be allowed that $25,000 to be able to start it, which is a real big help. Of course, we are planning on we're going to have our own fundraisers. We're going to raise up our own money. However, we had to make this charity within the limit of that 25 grand. So
Right.
it helped us really realize the value of money and the value of really taking time to research what you're going to use. And we ended up the overall cost being around $12,000. So we're only using around half of the money.
That's great. And what's so nice is that you're going to continue to fundraise. These people are going to continue to fundraise for this project that I think is incredible. I mean, I would have never thought of something like that, but you're right, that you are helping children to sustain their own households and make a little money. So I'm so proud of all of you and the wonderful parents that I know were involved in this, and the principal and the teachers. So thank you all for being so incredible. And you're in Ward 2, in my ward. So I wanted to give you some certificates. So we have a certificate of recognition for, are there some of the students that aren't here today?
There was another team that kind of got in seconds from our school.
Okay.
So they actually did a great job too. It was actually sadder, but made the final four. So.
Wonderful. So we do have a certificate for the whole team as a whole.
Okay, great.
Team Destia, and really it's from the mayor and the Las Vegas City Council congratulating you, and it's really a certificate of recognition of all your hard work and everything that you've done. So who wants to take the one for the team? Okay. Okay. And then, stop me if I'm in the other team, but the principal, Scott Fogo, you are also getting recognized for, and it is for the effort to help curb addiction in Ethiopia on behalf of not only the city of Las Vegas, the mayor, and the council. So thank you very much. This is for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
And then Mason Devore, we have a special one for you. Basically, it's the same thing. We are recognizing you not only for your hard work, but for the continued work that you will be doing. So thank you. Thank you. Then we have Nikki. Nikki does so much work. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. McKenna Erwin, there's one for you, special one for you.
Thank you so much.
And then we have Elyssa. Yes. So congratulations to all of you and for everything that you've done. I have a few little gifts for you.
It's like Christmas in here.
I know, right? You come to my office more. More often. All right. So each one of you girls is going to get one of these.
Thank you.
And then for you two, I have these.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I just want to congratulate you guys for the hard work. I want to congratulate all the teams that took part in this, because it's a really good project and team effort, and I'm sure you've all learned so much. So thank you so much for being a big part of the community and doing all the wonderful things that you're doing. So congratulations.
Thank you.